Come on over to the source and see. Hey! We are family. I got all my supporters with me. Hey! We are family, forever the source, that's unity.
Hello and welcome everybody to 5 Questions with the Source.
Hi, everyone.
Nina is here from Desert-Livin and Desert-Livin 2.0.
Yeah, my second channel. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Wow. Okay, so welcome in everybody. Lots of people in here all morning. It's morning in Hawaii. So Fairbrick Studio, Poetic Tears, Deborah L's here. Of course, we got Kyle Short's channel. Kyle's in the building. Relax with Mel. I was in her full monetization celebration earlier today. Everyone check that out. And then we got you, Desert-Livin, who says you won't be singing today.
Yeah, not so I had 5 immunization shots yesterday,
Oh, no.
and my voice is like I can barely speak right now, so it's a good
Oh my.
excuse.
Okay. Yeah. My voice is always like that. Jeffrey, we got Jeffrey in the building, Jeffrey W, Fairbrick Studio. We got Poetic Tears, Relax with Mel. I said those already. Kyle Vlogs is here, his main channel. Andy Mon TV3, Create and Relate, Mental 420, ACEFLA1. And then I know also on your side, you also are streaming as well, so people can watch on your side as well. I'll put your channel at the bottom of the screen in a second here. Pretty Pity Bull, that's Mrs. Shade is here.
Nice.
Jaden Saw is here. Welcome in, everybody. Mark Knuckles, Mark Crow is in the building. Snapback Trishana, who had her full monetization celebration yesterday. Welcome in,
I was
everybody.
on that.
So yes, all right. I'm catching up. I'm pretty much caught up. People, wow. Yeah, no spamming with the letters, Mental 420. It's just becomes a little too much if you type out every word of every aloha. You right? Who wrote aloha? Okay, so let me do a few updates real quick here.
Alright.
Today, all day today is Trinidadian Living in Finland Day. Trinidadian Living in Finland Day. Everyone check out Trinidadian Living in Finland. Support. That's our support spin wheel winner for the day. Our upcoming 5 questions lineup is on the bottom of the screen. Next Saturday, variety show extravaganza. Rudy will get 5 questions and we'll bring up all your pets and all your characters, and maybe we'll get the Frenchies up there.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I would love
No,
to.
November 1st, everybody's going to ask me questions for the first
Oh, I
time.
can't wait for
We've
that.
had like 40 or 45 guests, so now everyone's going to then have questions back at me. It's going to be just crazy. So
Awesome.
there's the lineup upcoming. I got more being scheduled. I know Relax with Mel is slotting in November, and there's others slotting in right now. Let me get on the bottom of the screen. There's your channel at Desert-Livin and at Desert-Livin 2.0. You can search by that, or if anybody wants to drop her link in the chat, feel free to do that. Okay, so thanks everybody for being here. I'll keep shouting y'all out as we go. Peter Perg is here. Welcome in. I hope I didn't miss anybody in the chat. If you comment again, I'll say yeah. All right. Yeah. You can, if you have your chat handy, you can always say hi to your peeps too.
Yeah.
And then Northeast Victoria, that's Susan from High Country Homestead is here. Welcome in. Okay. All right. So today's flow of the show, we're interviewing a special guest, Nina from Desert-Livin. And we're going to start out with a little tour of her channel. We'll share her channel description a little bit, her bio, some pictures, and tour around her channel. And then after that, come on, Mental 420, slow it down. Don't type out every word in one letter at a time. No. All right. Okay. Timmy the Racing Channel's here. Welcome in. Okay,
Yeah.
so and then we'll have a word association game, like a fun word game, icebreaker. Then we'll do the 5 questions,
Okay.
interview style, and then the rapid fire fun round, and then we'll have a panel questions and comments from the audience as well. Simple Family Lifestyles here. Welcome in.
Hey, simple. Oh,
Yo, yo,
love her
awesome.
channel.
I know. Rudy's here. Rudy's already want you to say numbers. Say
Hi,
97,
Rudy.
96.
69. The year.
That's the year she was born, everybody. Okay, Jerry G is in the building. Welcome in. Okay, all right. So let's get into it. So let's get first off on the screen. I'll throw up some pictures there. This is you. There you
Yes,
are.
it is. A few months ago. Yep.
Few months ago. I just
Yep.
got a couple pictures here of
Yep.
you.
Yep. When I
Uh,
lived in the city.
there's your main channel picture.
Yep.
There you are. And then your channel, Desert-Livin at Desert-Livin. You're getting close to 250 subscribers. All right. All
Finally.
right.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes. It's getting
Oh
there.
yeah. It'll take
Yeah.
off. It's just the most difficult part is like the 0 to 100 and 100 to 200, and then it starts to grow a little, I think. Um, channel description. Well, first I'll share. You've got 150,000 views or more. I think you recently started though. That's not when you started. You started in
Oh,
a
no, no,
year ago.
no. I just no. Yeah.
About a
So
year
I
ago.
might have created the channel at that point, but I didn't. I just started this April. So this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And
Mhm.
then I'll share your bio. This is what it says on YouTube, but
Yep.
I'll read your actual bio here in a second
Okay.
here. But that's good. You got all the hashtags in there. That has to be
Gotta
doing
have
something.
those.
Yeah, gotta have those. So I've got
Yeah.
your here. I've got your bio here that you sent over to me. So
Yep.
it says here. I can't see this channel is a unique blend of topics that spark curiosity and inspiration. I believe. Life in the desert. Discover the beauty, challenges, and adventures of desert living with stunning landscapes, wild animals, and peaceful scenery. French bulldogs, her Frenchies, celebrate our love for Frenchies. You've got AI, latest news and updates, stay ahead of the curve with latest breakthroughs, trends, and insights into artificial intelligence and technology. You've got politics and world events. Get thoughtful takes on global news, political developments, and their impact on our world. And you got financial videos covering the latest topics of the current and future financial state.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot
Very
there.
cool. A lot there. And then
Yeah.
I've got a little channel tour for everybody here. First, tell us about this, your setup.
Yeah, so that is where I live in the city. So I have two setups because I
Mm.
have, a place in the city where I live, where I work. And so that is everything I've invested in for, doing YouTube there. I also have the same exact setup. I had to buy two
Wow.
setups. So it was extremely, extremely, I have a
Expensive.
lot invested. I have like
Yeah.
studio lighting. I upgraded like the computer to handle, it's like a gaming computer. So I did that at both
Oh,
places. Monitors and microphones and teleprompters. And I have a couple of different cameras and, I have gimbals and I just invested a lot of stuff
that's
for YouTube. So
impressive. I
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much
So
just started with my iPhone. I started my iPhone and I've gradually added little microphones and things, but nothing
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
do have some
Impressive.
like little outdoor like microphones because
Yeah. Got it.
if I do live streams outdoor and it's super windy, I need that microphone out
I
there.
got
So
you.
yeah. Yep.
Absolutely. Me too. I
Yep.
got that too. Let's go around your channel a little bit here.
Okay.
So let's see what order we do here. So I clicked on the popular tab. So this
Yep.
is your videos tab. Got 656 views at 610. Got lots of Frenchy bulldogs and desert and AI and sun walks. I know you're walking in the desert with the doggies and in the intense desert, Mojave Desert in California, storms and such. And you've got shorts. You've got 5,000 views on that one, 5,000 on that one, 1,000 plus on that. People are interested in all the different topics, robotics, AI, world events, and of course the Frenchies. Everyone loves the doggies.
Everybody
Uh,
loves the doggies.
I know, I know. It's a cheat code, I think, to having the
Yeah.
doggies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Live streams, popular live streams. You got almost 1,000 views on that one, 500 plus.
Mhm.
I tend to get 200, 300 views, maybe 400. So that's great. Beautiful deserts and current events and such. And
Yeah.
uh, over here we've got playlists. You got all the playlists there as well, with the different topics. And then here, just a post tab, just keeping us updated on milestones and things happening with you in the channel. And so cool, cool. I think that's it for the tour.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the tour. Okay. So I just while we were talking, 70 comments just came in. Oh, we got a super Reds
Oh.
Room. $5 holla. Thank you,
Mm.
Reds Room. Thank you so
Reds.
much.
Nice. Nice.
Sweetheart SpongeBob is here. Let me shout out a few of y'all. Reds Room has been a member for a month. Thank you. Fire with Dr. Ninja Turtles in the building. Miss TikTok Girl, thanks for being here.
Ah.
I hope I didn't miss anybody, but if you comment again, I'll try to shout y'all out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into
Thank
let's
you.
do the word association game. Let's do the icebreaker.
Okay.
Unless you have something you want to say to anybody right now, the audience or anybody.
No, just hello everyone and thank you for
Right.
coming and watching. Yeah.
Yep. I see. We got gifted memberships, 10 gifted memberships from Special K247. Thank you so much for the gifts. Um, I know it becomes like too much of this other stuff. We got to focus on the interview. Uh, but we're a community here, so
Mhm.
I'll try to shout out the people that have been gifted real quick, and then we'll jump right into it.
Sure.
Elevated Mindset, welcome to the Dream Life Collective. Supreme View, welcome in. Try Vlogs Unlimited, welcome in. Contagious Gardening, welcome in. Zion THC Lion, Glamorous Glamma, If You Seek Amy, all welcome to the Dream Life Collective. Lucifer IDI, welcome in. Cali Chickens, up to 1 month. Orange Chicken, awesome everybody. I think I got everybody shouted out there. And then Kiss from Jay moved up to 2 months with the lemon ginger
Oh,
chicken.
nice.
All
Nice.
right. Yeah, very cool. All right,
Awesome.
cool. So let's jump into it. So this is a word association game. It's an icebreaker. I'm gonna try to break the ice a little bit here as we settle in. I've got some just she did. I got some brief little 1 word, 2 word, topics that you can just say the first thing that comes to mind if you want, or if you want to go into story a little bit on something, you can do that as well.
Okay.
Okay. Word association game. The first word is Nina.
Nina. Um Shy. Very shy.
Yeah.
Um yeah. Yeah, I am super shy. This is out of my zone, so
Right.
it was really hard to actually get into YouTube because I was, just a shy person in general, but well, shy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome in. Zion THC Lion is here, and Miss TikTok Girl is now a new member as well. Welcome
Ah,
everybody.
thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
and
Awesome.
we got a 10 currency from Special K247. Thank you so much for
Awesome.
that. I don't know.
Awesome.
I can't see her actual name. Is that what's her name again? I can't see the actual channel names. I only see the user handles right now. It's Special K247. Okay, cool. All right.
Oh,
So continuing on. The next word is Desert-Livin.
Desert-Livin. Okay. My home. Really, it is my home. Even though I don't live here full time,
Mm-hmm.
Desert-Livin is my home. And that's why I named the channel after that. It is truly desert living. It's a rough Mojave desert living out here. But I thought it was a super appropriate name for the channel, because I was going to focus basically mostly on the desert and the storms we had, and
Right.
there was a lot of people that were interested in all the crazy storms we have, and just the beautiful skies at night and things like that. So Desert-Livin is just that, Desert-Livin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice. It's nice to see because we don't always see the desert. So it's good
Yeah.
to see the diversity, to be on YouTube and see all these unique people in different places. And we bring our animals and we share our subjects. It's nice to have some of that
I love
diversity.
that. I love
Yeah.
seeing everyone's, just lifestyles and just different things they have on their channels. I
Yeah.
enjoy it. So,
Me
yeah.
too. Me too. The next word is Frenchies.
Frenchies, my babies,
Yeah.
the love of my life. My Frenchies are just everything to me. They're like my children. They are the most important thing probably to me in my life, beside
Hmm.
my husband. We're not
Right.
technically married, but we've been together 17 years, so
Oh,
it's like our husband. But beside
yeah.
him, those are my two most important things in my life, are my Frenchies. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
love them
For
to death.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool. I want to welcome a few people in. Welcome in 5G's Family Journey. Welcome in Monique Powell. And welcome in Rodney and Melissa Evolving. And welcome in Delcetta. Delcetta's in the
Hi,
building. All right.
everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. One big happy
Hey.
family here. All right. So the next word on the list is YouTube.
YouTube, challenging.
Hmm.
Challenging.
Yeah.
um, just extremely challenging. There's just a lot that goes into YouTube. And I think it's just challenging to get off the ground with your channel.
Yes.
And there's a lot of restrictions and a lot of things that, even though you're a new YouTuber, you really have to do your research on YouTube, because there's
Okay.
things that there's rules that I still don't know about. And, I get some copyright
Yeah.
strikes, nothing that hurts the channel, but things that wasn't aware of. And so you really have to know YouTube, and it's just challenging to
Yeah.
make sure that you don't lose your channel. And
Hmm.
it's just a challenging thing, but I love it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Me too.
Yeah.
It is. It's one of those things. I've got like the copyright claims or whatever little notification. I
Mhm.
got 50, 100 of those or something. So I'm used to them.
Not hard to get.
But it's like, oh, it's not being shown in Russia in some small region. I'm like,
Right.
darn it, those are my
Yeah.
fans.
So,
It's I
yeah,
need to
yeah.
and those sorts of things. So,
Uh,
okay. So, welcome in, Model Lori Ann. Welcome, welcome. All
Hi,
right.
everyone.
Yay. All right. So the next word is, all right. So I guess this is where you got started. Boston.
Boston, yes. So I was born and raised in Boston. So my grandparents came like in the 30s from Sicily to Staten
Okay.
Island, New York. And they eventually migrated to Boston, and they ended up opening. My grandfather and his brother ended up opening a bakery in the north end of Boston. Now, the north end of Boston is completely Italian, Sicilian, Northern Italian. And then the south end of Boston is all the Irish. So back in the 30s and that era, there was a lot of like fighting over land. So the Irish, the Southies against the Italians, and it was kind of crazy back then. And I only know about that from stories, obviously, because I wasn't
Right.
born then. But
Right.
so my grandfather and his brother had a bakery called Bulver Bakery, and at the time, my grandfather was in a band. He originally named the band the Bulva Band because that's his last name.
Yeah.
And then as the band grew, it became the Bulva and the Beats. So he played locally all around town, even back in New York. So he was, a really good drummer. And then eventually he decided to settle down. And that's when he ended up, getting a job in Boston in the steel mills. So he worked in the steel mills, and then they bought a home in Methuen, Massachusetts, and that's kind of where he had my mom and my aunts and my uncle, and that's where they kind of settled down. So he kind of gave up the musical career, although he did still love it, and he did have connections with some of the studios still. So he would bring my mom down to some of the radio stations, and back in the day, back in the 30s and 40s, you would actually sing like on the radio stations. They had those old like chrome square like microphones, and so she would go down to the radio stations because my grandfather had connections there, and she would sing live on the radio, and she was amazing. She had an amazing voice, and even when like she was 9 years old, my grandfather, when he was in the studio recording, she would sing a little bit with them, and they just loved her. And she was like 9 years old. And so they wanted to offer her a contract eventually, but my grandfather had stopped all that. He didn't like the industry. It was, not a good place to grow up in. I know a lot of, young kids now growing up in this type of industry is just, they ruin their lives are ruined pretty much. It's a tough industry. So she did not, eventually, my grandfather was like, no, you're not, it's just not happening. So, I believe that if she did get a contract, she probably would have been a really good singer at this time. So, but that was stopped immediately. So they're very strict religious Italians. So that was the other side of it too. So
Okay. Got a little background in there. The whole coming over Sicilian to Ellis Island and Boston, and you got some celebrity kind of family thing going there. And,
way back in the day.
And kind of get a little background of there. Okay. The welcome in real quick here. Welcome in Healthy Kitchen Eats. Welcome in Drunken Chef Barbecue. I guess a happy birthday is due for Candy K all day. She's not here, I don't think, but everybody wish her happy birthday today. If you could, that'd be great. Awesome. Let's continue on. So the next word is, now we're to where you are now. So California.
Okay. So when I was in Boston, I ended up, so I grew up again in a really religious, household. And my mom ended up being in this type of religious, cultish type of religion. I won't mention the name of it, but it was really not good for my sister and I. It was very restrictive. There was no birthdays, no Christmases, no associating with like kids from school, and no holidays, no things like that. So it was a very, very strict religious upbringing. And, Bible studies were every night. We were about an hour every night. We were to memorize like scriptures from the Bible, and memorize all the scriptures. All the books of the Bible. So there's 66 books of the Bible. So every week we would go through them, and it was very strict religious upbringing. And so I was a rebellious. Both of us were really rebellious at the age of 13, 14, 15. So, and at that point, my mom was, either you live by my rules or you don't live here at all. So I just said, okay, I'll see you later. Because it was just way too much. And my sister followed shortly behind me. She just couldn't, it was just really strict. I believe at the time, I mean, she did what she thought was, right, but I think she was just blinded by, they did. I will say they did help her out. We grew up in a very poor environment, in a really bad ghetto, and they really did. The congregation really helped her. So she ended up going back and getting her master's in business and finance, and she ended up being a CFO at a financial, not sure if it was Putnam or one of those financial companies. So she did go ahead and make it, and she had great career and everything. But I left the house when I was 15, and I ended up meeting my first husband, and I had a child with him, and she is 40. Her name is Tiffany, and she has a gorgeous I have a grandson. His name is Aiden. Unfortunately, he's autistic, and he hasn't spoken. He hasn't spoken yet, but he is super cute, and it's kind of heartbreaking. But my daughter is just like one of the best people in the world. She's the sweetest, kindest, loving. She would give you the shirt off her back, and just wonderful, wonderful person.
Yeah.
So after that, I wanted to raise her. Like, I didn't want to go to work right away. I wanted to be the one to raise her after what I went through in my childhood. So my career, at the age of 21, I ended up going back and getting a GED and then going for certification. I really wanted to go into the beauty industry. I wanted to be a cosmetologist. I'm a very creative person. I'm a Gemini. So I'm just creative to begin with, but I had a lot of pressure from my family that the medical industry is where I should be. And my sister was also, we're 14 months apart. So she was also encouraged, to go to the medical field. So we both went to school together. We took a 2-year certification program. She went into radiology, and I went into medical billing, medical coding, medical assisting. So, I have phlebotomy, anatomy of physiology, medical terminology, and all that stuff. So I eventually ended up in the medical field, and she did too. She was a radiologist, and I ended up doing some medical assisting at some different doctors' offices, and then ended up at a Aetna health plan. So I was like medical billing and coding all day long. But I really didn't like it. And so I decided to go back to school, or back to get my certification as a cosmetologist. And as I was doing that, my sister also did too. So she was in the skincare industry. So her program was shorter than mine, and she ended up getting into an amazing spa inside of this very elite health club in Massachusetts, in Andover, Massachusetts. And this health club had like 15 tennis courts, 7 Olympic-sized pools, 17 basketball courts. I mean, so a lot of Olympic trainers for swimming trained at this health club.
Right.
And the spa was gorgeous. So there was an opening one day, and she recommended that I apply for the job, and I got the job there. And I worked there for several years, 5 to 7 years. And all of a sudden, the owner came up to me. I was very close with the owner there, and I had pretty much been running the spa for them. I would close out every night, do all the purchasing, all the buying, everything. I was working like crazy, but I really loved the industry. So they came up to me and offered, they asked me if I wanted to purchase the spa, and I had been running it. So I was like, I don't have that kind of money. So it was a very successful spa that they had. So there was like 13 people working there at the time. But they made me a deal, and I ended up going for it. So I owned it for about maybe another 10 years after that. So and then the crash of 2008 happened, and because that's the health club catered to mostly Wall Street traders and people that were in that type of industry. The club itself lost a lot of clientele, which
Right.
I lost a lot of clientele.
Mhm.
And it just so happened that my lease was up that year. I was also going through a divorce that year. So I had a choice to make, either stay and sign another lease and um, risk losing money and risk, a lot of things actually,
Right.
or my boyfriend and I could start a new life together somewhere else. And he had been to California many times. And he also has a master's in finance and business, and he's extremely smart. So we decided to sell everything and come to California. And that's how I made it here to California about 17 years ago. So, yeah,
Awesome.
I love it
Awesome.
here. It's great, other than what's been going on lately. But
Politics.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Whirlwinds. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Indeed.
crazy laws going on. And,
I
but,
know.
but, but
Indeed.
it's
Yeah.
a great state.
Deb and I were in California. She was there
Oh,
a long time. So we know about all that sort of stuff. But it is beautiful.
mhm.
And, the reasons why we were all attracted out there were all great. But then, yeah, it just didn't.
What
It
year was
shifted.
that?
Well, I've been here, what, 5 years? She's been here 5 years now. I've been on Maui. This is my 8th year. So, but
Oh, okay.
before that, like 5 years ago. And then she was there for 20 years. So yeah,
Oh,
yeah, she was
wow.
there a long
Okay.
time.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I was only there a couple of years, off and on.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but we know
It's
about
beautiful.
California. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome in. Hold on. Welcome in Grumbles Homestead. Welcome in Grove's Bargain Emporium. Welcome in
Hi,
Mr. Stephanie 101. And thank you,
everyone.
Grove's Bargain Emporium, for 5 gifted memberships. All right. Woo! Oh my goodness. Fun, fun,
It's
fun.
awesome.
It comes in waves, these huge
Yeah,
amounts of
yeah,
gifts.
yeah. Yeah. I
It's
love it.
wild. All right. So let's see. A couple more of the word association game.
Sure.
See if I want to touch on a few more of these, or we can go right over into the interview. And you've given us a good amount of background already for the interview
I
format, so I'll
did.
be
When I
able to.
was sending that to you, I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I hope it's not too much information, because it was like 3 pages long. But
Oh no, that's totally
yeah.
great. I mean, you're the only one that actually sent me like background stuff. Like I just usually go to the channel and just study everything, and
Oh, okay.
so that's helpful. It's helpful. So,
Yeah.
some others. So let's see, word association game. Um, if you want to just touch briefly, we'll do the one word answer kind of format for the rest of the
Sure.
way here, so we can get over to the interview format. So AI.
AI. Um, Dangerous. I'm going to say dangerous.
Yeah, and that's
I'm going
this
to say
is
dangerous.
prelude for she'll be able to tell us a lot more about AI as we go through this interview. So we'll get into that shortly. Robotics.
Robotics. Very cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Hmm.
very cool. Yeah, just yeah, same thing. Like AI's got the cool, but then yeah, like she's gonna inform us about a lot of stuff. So robotics, same thing. They're very cool, but then there's also a lot of with that too. I've been uncomfortable with a lot of it for a long time. But then I'm having a little bit of fun with some of this technologies in the now. But we do need to be aware. So okay, last couple.
Hmm.
You mentioned God, so God or the universe, whatever you want to call it.
I A higher being. There's definitely a higher being. I'm not sure what that is.
Right,
Just because of religion was kind of ruined for me as a child, just because of
right,
the my upbringing. But I do believe
yeah,
there is definitely a creator. What that is, I'm not really sure, but
right.
hopefully it's God.
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely a lot of larger energies that may not be the
Absolutely.
largest too, and they're doing all this stuff too. So
Yep,
yeah, it's spiritual warfare in action, real time.
definitely.
All right, so let's jump into the 5 questions interview format, where
Sure.
we'll get to know Nina better, and we'll get to know about your channel and your YouTube journey, and then some of the different topics that you cover. We'll dive into all of it. So let's see here. So okay, we talked about your channel a little bit. We did a little tour of your channel. We talked about some of your milestones already, over 200 subs. You're going close to 250 now.
Oh, wow.
You know, some of your view counts for shorts, long forms, lives. We touched on all that. So how about let's get to know you a little bit. So
Mhm.
who are you? Like you can add to some of the background you gave us already. Who is Nina? Tell us about yourself and a little bit about your background.
Sure. So I am a very chill person. Just very, I like to relax. I work really hard during the week. I work, I can say I can say what I do for a living, but I can't go into what it
Sure.
is. But I work in aerospace. I was a chemist for 10 years for a biomedical company before I just recently changed jobs to aerospace. So, but I am very chill person. I don't, really like confrontation. I like to relax. I like to lay out in the sun. I like to play with my Frenchies. And for the most part, I'm a happy person. But I've been through so much in my life that, there's a little depression that happens here and there. But I will be 57 years old, and I just work, 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 work. Most of my time is working, and then the rest of my time is, YouTube doing. Because I'm so new at YouTube, I end up doing a lot of like editing. Most of my time is spent editing my videos because I'm still new at presenting and things like that. So, but yeah, I have a great family. They're all back east though, so I don't really see them often, other than like FaceTime and things like that. So, everybody is still back in the Boston area. I have a lot of family still in Sicily. So unfortunately, I don't get to go out there much either. But, and then I have a really diverse family, actually. I have a lot of, we have Ecuador. A lot of my cousins, they, they've married black men, and so we have a lot of different just different nationalities in our family. So, but I have a huge family. It's massive. I have like 37 cousins, and I mean, it's a huge family. So we were very close at one time until my mom passed away. She was kind of the one that kept everybody together. Every Sunday it would be, at her house, and big Italian dinners, and just 40 people there, and they were all close family members. And she passed away about 15 years ago. And then once that happened, everybody just scattered, and I
Right.
was one of them. So, you know, my daughter ended up moving to Florida where her dad lives, and my sister and her family ended up staying in the New England area, but everybody else just really scattered all over the world. So I have mostly Florida, to be honest. Everybody just moved down to Florida. But yeah, so everybody just really scattered. But like I said, we keep in touch. We always keep in touch, either through FaceTime or Snapchat, or one of those type of social media. I do not have Facebook. I do not have an Instagram. Yeah, I have an Instagram, but for the channel, not for personal. I don't do any personal social media at all. So it's just if I want to, talk to my family, I call them or just FaceTime them. So, but yeah, no Facebook or anything like that. So, um, But I have a great life. I don't really have much to complain about other than the fact that I don't live with my husband full time and my Frenchie's full time. That's heartbreaking. I hate leaving here on Sundays to go back to the city to go to
Right.
work. It's really hard. So, but yeah, no, everything. I have a really good life, and I'm very grateful because I came from nothing and came from a really bad upbringing. So very grateful for what I have and where I'm at in my life. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Welcome in, Alexis Lexi Milner. Welcome in Contagious Gardening. Welcome in Just Asking Homestead, Driving Daily, and Nuestra Familia. Welcome in, all y'all.
Hi everyone.
Yo, yo. Connect. On the bottom of the screen, we've got her channel handle there, Desert-Livin at Desert-Livin 2.0. Two channels there. Make sure you connect with her when you get a chance. She's on the road to 250 subs. We could even have that happen by the end of the
I
day.
hope so.
I
That'd
know.
be
We
great.
celebrate. Yes. Yeah. Hold on one second. Oh, Poetic wants you to sing. You want to tell again why you're
I
not
love
singing today?
her, but oh god.
Yeah, she's great.
So I had 5 immunizations yesterday. I
Oh,
had the pneumonia, the flu,
oh, geez.
the goodness, I had so many
Awesome.
yesterday. Everything but the virus flu, the
Right.
virus
Cool.
shot. So
Good.
I had, yeah,
That
yeah.
that thing, the C
I
thing.
don't know if you can say that on every
I don't
time.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
The C
So
thing, yeah. But
yeah.
you did mention that you were you working during that whole
I I
COVID thing? You were
I
working
made
in the
those.
you were
I
making like the lab tests, or what were
Yes,
you working on
I
there?
was the chemist who made the chemistry for those tests. So
Crazy.
I was the chemist behind the bench making the chemistry that goes on those testing devices that went
Wow.
out to the whole world. So
That
the
pretty
company was
crazy.
called Quidel. Yes, yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty
it was
wild.
insane. It was really insane. We worked nonstop. The great thing
Yeah,
about that is we got hazard pay, so
right.
I
Of
got
course.
was making, double what I was making. I the certain in that time, companies, whoever, was in that industry making these tests, got free lunches every day,
Right.
hazard pay. And we actually had to carry around a letter because if you were found like driving on the road,
Mm-hmm.
you would be stopped and why are you out and about? And so everybody who was in the
Yeah.
industry had to have a letter saying, this is why
Oh yeah.
I'm on the road. And
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but yes, I was the one making the chemistry
Wow.
that goes on those tests. Yeah.
So
So
yeah, so we need to listen to her because she's like at the forefront of all these things. The world is
it's
moving in
crazy.
directions, whether it's AI, robotics, whether it's aerospace. I'm sure you're working on some stuff you can't talk
Crazy.
about,
That's right.
and the whole virus thing. Like this is the world, and she's working in these different industries. She's trying to inform us of some things. So we'll be jumping into that here in a second. Here, LGGG Love, welcome in.
Hi.
Um, all right, let's see where we're at. We've talked a little bit about your background, family, upbringing. Um, we want to touch base on your channel. We want to talk a lot about your channel as well. And then within that is the different topics: life in the desert, French bulldogs, AI, latest news and updates, politics and world events. So I guess if you want to talk about your channel, what we can expect, what's happening over there, Desert Living.
So I'll tell you how I started. I'll
Okay.
start with that first. So I a few years ago I upgraded my computer, and as I was going through photos, I clicked on a photo and it said, "Do you want to edit this photo in Clipchamp?" And I was like, What is that? What is
Right.
Clipchamp?" So I brought it up and it was a video editor. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I ended up putting like all these stills of my Frenchies together and, using that program. It was free, it was from Microsoft. and it had cool transitions, and you could add music and all kinds of fun things with it. So I started just doing videos with stills of my Frenchies, and I started uploading them to YouTube. And my husband was like, wow, these are really good. And we started getting views on them. So he said, you're doing really good with this. Why don't you actually do videos of your own and, be presenting some information and find a topic you like? And I wasn't really crazy about that at the time because I'm really shy and self-conscious, and I had, other things going on. But I did my very first video, and you could totally tell it's my first video, but after I did that, I was hooked. I was just like, I really, really like this. I just like talking about it. I was very interested in the topic, and that topic was AI. So that was my very first video, was an AI video. And then I started following AI and following everything that was going on with AI and doing so much research into AI and where it's leading us and how it's going to affect us and how it's going to affect the future of humanity. And then I started getting into the people behind AI, like Sam Altman and Elon Musk, and then I started getting into how they developed AI, and they developed AI with OpenAI is really the first. I wouldn't say the first AI company, but the biggest AI company at the time in 2015. So I started following all of that information, and then I started realizing what is actually going on with AI, and how, the plan is to eventually phase out a lot of jobs and automate everything pretty much. And it's already happening. Like there's, there's over 4 million robots right now in the world, in the whole entire world, Asia, Europe, all over the place. And, every Amazon warehouse is automated pretty much. A lot of our ports are going to be automated, fully automated. I've done videos on that. There's like no humans working on those, very few humans working in these ports. And so I started really realizing that, wow, this is just not a good thing. So I wanted to cover videos to just put out awareness about what is actually really happening, because I felt like people weren't really paying attention. There's so much going on in the world right now. There's just so much going on in the world that, and I was just captivated by this whole entire AI thing and the robotic thing. And so I started covering videos about that, which then turned into like covering Elon Musk and Sam Altman and the feud between them and what had happened with OpenAI and some of the controversy behind OpenAI. And then, some of the things that, they're planning to do with these robots and eventually, humans being phased out of their jobs because of automation. So that's where it started. And then I started to take a lot of interest in like world events, what's going on in the world, because a lot of that stuff has to do with AI. There was, Trump signed a Stargate AI deal a few months ago, $500 billion deal with Sam Altman from OpenAI, who is under a lot of lawsuits right now. And yeah, so I just started getting really involved in things that were going on with that, because I know eventually it's going to affect my job. I do a lot of VBA coding during the day, a lot of formulations. And it's funny because for months I'll be working on a VBA code and formulation inside of like the company's the company has their own little like apps that you can develop things in. And I'll be working on this for months, and then they'll do an update on that app, and then it's a click of a button the next time I go and do the process that I need to do. So I know that all those months of me coding and doing whatever I need to do was training the AI to just click the button now to do what I was doing for months and months and
Right.
months. So I know eventually that's,
Yeah.
it's going to take over. So that
Yeah.
was the first true sign where I was like, okay, this is for real. I did this for months and now I just have to click a button and it's
Right.
it's it's done. So it scares me because I know every day I'm training AI. It's in the back. We do have it implemented in our company. So they are wanting to, streamline everything and automate everything. So I know
Yeah.
eventually my job will probably be non-existent in a few years. So it's kind of sad,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah. Wild, wild world. I want
it
to
is.
welcome a few people. A handful. A lot of people came in actually.
Yeah.
Brenda Huckleby, welcome in. Jerry G has been in here. Steven is in the building. We've got Budget Bliss Journey. We've got Crystal Phoenix, Exploradora 80, and my twin bro, Jamal Williams. Welcome in, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, we are a YouTube family, says
Love
Jamal.
it.
That's
I,
100% true. Awesome. And our special guest today is Nina from Desert-Livin, and she's informing us on a lot of things. Um, Definitely about the beautiful desert living and how French bulldogs are so sweet, and
love it.
definitely also important topics like AI and robotics and world events and finance and such. And in your YouTube journey, you said you really got it going a year ago, and I'm noticing you got like about almost 250 subscribers. You got 350 videos, and 150,000 or more views, around that amount. So you're doing pretty good, actually. Uh,
Yeah, I'm working hard at it. I have a helper though. My husband
oh,
definitely is a really good
a
helper.
tough critic.
Yeah, he definitely has helped with the editing. He's really good
Oh,
at
good.
it. And we have, I did invest in, 4 different editors and
My
we did a
goodness.
lot of investing for this, hoping
Yeah.
that it would take off faster than it has. But I'm grateful for
Thank-
if it really wasn't for your community, to be honest, I don't think I would have what I have
oh,
for
It's just getting
subscribers right
started.
now.
Just getting
Yeah,
started, though.
yeah,
And like we're so early, and maybe what'll happen is you'll have one channel all desert and puppies, dogs, and then the other one will be all financial, AI, robots, and all this sort
that's
of
what I'm
thing. And then
trying.
both those can take off, and one will take off, and the other will then take off later. And but just to like diversify a little bit your subject, because a lot of people like go to Chris with two S's channel just to see the dogs, hang out with the
Yes,
dogs.
I
Um,
I do that. I
you
love
know, I
that.
do
Yeah,
too. Yeah, but
yeah.
it's also her too. It's her personality, her energy, and
Yes,
all that, her laughter.
yes,
So
yes. She's
as
great.
you differentiate those two channels and really brand each one of them accordingly, I think they both can then the algorithm can take them and they can run better. But just networking with all these different communities, you should be able to take off pretty fast. But I think you're doing really, really well. Like
Thank
you're
you.
when you are the newscaster host and you're covering key subjects, the algorithm's gonna find those keywords, the hashtags, the title, all those different words that you say that match up with the words you're using in the description, title, and all that will
Hmm.
naturally, the algorithm's just gonna take it and run with it,
Hmm.
unless YouTube has some sort of a trying to block out some of those subjects. So that's where Rumble and these other platforms, sometimes people go over and they launch on like Rumble because there's more
And
freedom
I
to
did
do
do
all that
that.
sort of stuff. So
Yes.
you got to diversify and just in case and
Yes.
such. But I think you're
Yeah.
on to some good tracks. So
Hmm.
just got to
I
keep at
I
it.
think you're totally right about separating because I this is what I did find. I found that people really loved the Frenchy thing, but they weren't interested in AI at
Right,
all.
right,
So
totally.
I had to definitely make another channel for
You
that
got to.
because I was like not gaining and it wasn't moving at all. So I decided to do that separation. And then And then the channel definitely started doing better once I did that. So
Yes.
there's,
And you
different people for everything. They like different things. So
might need to come up with some titles that, the Desert-Livin might go well for the Desert-Livin and the pups
yep,
and all that. And then like
yep,
the other one might need to brand for what it is. And but that'll come when it's time. So
yeah.
okay, so yeah, so yeah, all sorts of stuff from your channel. I've been watching your content. So
That's
I've
all.
watched SpaceX launches. I've seen you singing. I think you even danced a little bit there.
I did.
Uh,
One of the first videos I put up.
yeah, having fun, out
Yeah.
there with the dogs, walking, doing live streams, walking the dogs out in the desert, um, and then, yeah, politics, awareness, global events, robotics, AI. Somebody asked me today, did the dogs get really hot? How are they out there in the desert?
So it is challenging because typically Frenchies do not like they don't like the heat at all.
Mm,
So so on my live streams on Sunday, it's an outdoor live stream and I get to show people. That's my major, like that's where I get so many views is from that live outdoor
yep.
stream that I do,
Yeah.
because of where we are in the Mojave and the beautiful
Hmm.
scenes and beautiful views. But when we first bought the house, it was in shambles. It was not livable.
Mm,
So we tore it down to the studs and rebuilt it. Everything's brand new, brand new everything. So it's a beautiful house. It's gorgeous. And when we were, designing it and we were meeting with the contractors and everything, we made sure that this place was air conditioned beyond.
oh yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
probably air conditioned for a manufacturing plant.
Wow.
But so we have Death Valley weather here. So it one year it got to I think 129 or 130 in Death Valley and it was
Oh
about
my God.
127 here. Yeah. So the
Wow.
normal summer is about 115. The dogs are out at 7:30 in the morning because it's about 100 degrees at that time,
Yeah.
and they can stand it for a little bit. But
Yeah.
when 10 o'clock rolls around, the temperature goes up. They're in for the day, and then they don't go back out until it goes back down to 100, which
That's
is like
true.
8 o'clock at night. So, but the best times of the time of year is right now is October through January, February. It's just the weather is perfect. It's in the 80s, 70s, and the winds are cool. It actually snows in January and February, so it does get in the 30s. But yeah, the dogs, it's rough for them during the summer. They're pretty much
Yeah.
in the house, most of the day. The ground is so hot they can't walk out. Luckily, we have a garage. So
Okay.
they are able to go out during the day in the garage for a little bit here and there, but for the most part, they're in the house most of the day. So, and then
Yeah.
late at night they'll go out, and that's when we have our campfires and
Oh, nice.
hang out and listen to music and have them. My little guy loves to run around the fire. You'll see there's a ring around the fire because he'll just go around and round and round for hours. But
That'll be good
yeah,
content. The
yeah,
campfires would be good content with the
yes,
guitars out or something.
yes,
There's
yes,
dogs running around. That'd be great.
yes.
But
I
some
plan
things
on
are
once in a while.
sacred. Some
Yeah.
things are sacred. You got to have
Yes.
personal downtime. And
Yes,
uh,
definitely.
shout out, welcome in, Pretty Hurt Conquer and Lakeside Laura. Welcome, welcome, both. Yeah.
Hi.
Hey there. Everybody connect with Desert-Livin. If you haven't had a chance, do that by the end of the day. We want to see 250 subs happen today. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
And I did see some of your content. You found some grassy areas. I like that.
So that's actually when we lived downtown in San
Oh, okay.
Diego.
Got
Yeah.
it. Oh,
So
it's
we were in
four. Okay.
a teeny 400 square foot apartment. And
Oh,
that's when
my
I was
gosh.
actually working at the biomedical company. My
Right.
boyfriend
Right.
was also an engineer there. So we worked
Yeah.
together. And we, lived across the street from Balboa Park, downtown San Diego. So we lived right in the heart of downtown. And we would take them to the park because that's the only place to, go with your dogs there. and there's a place in the park where they can run free and, you know, do whatever they want. So we would go there daily with them, and they loved it there. But they were confined during the day in this tiny
Right.
it was a studio. So and then we found this place, and then we were like, yeah, even though it was horrible, it was just we bought the place because it had its own water source. It had the views. We knew no one could build around us because it was government land. We're the last house on the street. The views are just unbelievable. The night skies are just insanely gorgeous. And there were no neighbors. So that's the original purpose why we bought the land. I have 5 acres. And then we knew that it needed a lot of work, and we weren't able to live in it for about 6 months. And then after it was done, it's really a beautiful place. So it was worth every heartache, every penny. You know, we went through a lot when we were building this house, but it ended up wonderful. So yeah, grateful for that.
Yeah, yeah. It
Yeah,
sounds like you've had some quite a
I
life.
could write a book.
Quite a life. You
Yeah.
should you write a book out of all of your life, just a little biography and some of the
Yeah.
stories. And
Yeah.
I'm from a Sicilian background to
Yeah.
famous family members to growing up, to the marrying early,
Yep.
children early,
Yep.
to the different jobs and the locations in
Yep.
Boston, San Diego, and
Yep.
the Mojave Desert, and
Yep.
it's to have a simple life, to try to find the pleasures in the simple, but then still be aware of what's happening out there, so we don't, that's the trouble of tricky thing about living in this day and age on the earth, is that like we
Yes.
really want to just really live in our own bubble, perfect
Yes.
little life, and then
Yes.
we know what's happening out there. We're
Yep.
aware, so we can protect and
Yep.
provide and things. So
Yep.
yeah. So welcome in if you seek Amy. Welcome in if you seek Amy, a
Oh.
new member of the Dream Life Collective. First time here. Welcome in. Woo! Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I met her on Tuber Chat the other day. I
Yeah, I
think she
think I
was on
saw her
Tuber
over there
Chat.
too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Saw her over there
So
too.
that's a good
Yes.
connection too.
Welcome in. Oh yeah, Tuber Chat's phenomenal. And talking about great connections, great networking locations. Tuber Chat. I go over to Lay Yadaw's channel for the Lay
Okay.
Acoustic live streams on Sunday mornings, every Sunday morning. And then of course all the others like Luciana Success Systems and networking over with Nemo 504 phenomenal. And
Red's
there's
room
just
I was in.
Red's room was
Yep.
is doing big things over there, and
Yep.
just there's just so many, down the road, and Big Jack Story Time with all the interviews, and Kiss from
Yep.
Jay. Each of us are just doing our thing, and it's
Yep.
one movement, so
I
really
love
cool.
it.
For you though, for your YouTube journey, oh, you're at 244 subs. You're getting close.
Yay. Yay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
So tell us more, like, so your YouTube journey this past year, what have you learned along the way? What has worked? What has not worked? I don't know.
So I have learned that so this is the thing. I think YouTube likes channels that have a niche, right? I don't
Yes.
have a
Yep.
niche.
Right.
I have several different topics I like to talk about, but if you have a particular niche, I think that YouTube tends to promote that
Exactly.
more than, yeah. So if you have a niche in finance or a niche in AI, or those are the channels that really kind of get millions of subscribers. Um and so I'm finding it difficult to find a niche because I just like so many different topics. But
Right.
I will say that the Frenchie, I do a Frenchie live on Saturdays, and that has been, really good. There's so many people who love animals,
Mhm.
and so many people that have Frenchies. And the structure of that show is I start off with a news story about Frenchies, something that's going on, some type of news story I'll research. And then I'll go into a Frenchie of the week. And I'll go to YouTube and I'll find a channel that has some cute Frenchies and I'll promote that channel with the Frenchie and, just show some videos of that channel and give a shout out to that channel. And then I'll go into some funny videos of Frenchies. So I'll go to different channels and do the same thing. I'll shout out to the channel. This is where I got the Frenchie videos and, go check out the channel. They have some really good videos. And I like agility stuff for Frenchies and things like that because they're not normally agility dogs because of the way they're shaped. They're, have short legs and they're chubby. And so when I find agility channels and agility Frenchie videos, I go ahead and put those on. So that's the Saturday show that I do. It's all about Frenchies and animals. And if I can't find a Frenchie of the week, I always do like a pet of the week. So I've done Chris's. I've done a couple of her pets on the channel. Wild Child, I did. Her little bulldog is just adorable. So it's not just about Frenchies, it's just about, animals. But so that has been a good Saturday show. And of course, my Sunday morning lives have really, really been great. The thing I find about the Sunday morning show, though, is that there are a lot of 9-year-olds and 12-year-olds on the channel. And it's kind of it's kind of hard because that's where I don't know if I told you, but that's where I've been getting like some of them are threatening, like they'll I'm gonna hack your credit card account and just kind of just hard people to deal with. So I do have my husband's the moderator, so he's right on it. He's just like, thank God I have that. And then I do have a few others that I, have moderating for me because there's just a lot of people on that Sunday morning. But there's some crazy people on there too. So,
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's where we're building our thicker skin, YouTube skin. Yeah. We're definitely doing that.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
I need to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and we get good at moderating on our own, plus having a couple having your husband there, and a couple other trusted ones if you need any help from anybody else. So
Right.
yeah. Do you have any tips for new starting YouTubers just getting going?
Yeah. Be yourself. I find that, my very first video that I did, and you will definitely know it's my very first because I was not myself in that video. It was definitely, like I said, I've invested because I do so much research. I have a teleprompter sometimes when I do my videos on AI because there's so much information to know. And that first video was just absolutely teleprompted 100%. And I was frozen, like just it's really, and it has the thumbnail of AI took our job. That's my very first video, and it's I think that it came from South Park. I used some of the things from South Park for the thumbnail, but I am just frozen and just not myself. I was definitely not myself. So yeah, I think if you are yourself and you open up, I think you're going to do much, much better. And that's what I've learned along the way. I mean, I could just see, going back through the videos, how much I have changed, in my presentation and just getting more comfortable with it. And I think the more you do, the more comfortable you get. I do have tough times with live streaming. Like if I were the other night, I did a live stream. And I don't know if anybody's going to show. I don't know, how it's going to go. So sometimes, it's hard for live stream. So I like to make sure that I have a topic that I want to talk about. And But what I
Right.
did do is I did a live stream. I thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to promote my own channel. So last Thursday night, I took everybody, I did a live stream and I kind of navigated everybody through the channel. This is, where you'll find my shorts.
Oh,
This is where
cool.
you'll find my videos. This is where you'll find the playlist if you want to see this and that. And then I showed some of the videos and I actually did really well with that live stream. So it worked
Yeah.
out. Yeah, so I thought, that was a good thing just to kind of self promote your channel and then, help people navigate through your channel so that they know where to go to look for things like that. So, but live streams are difficult if you don't really have a topic to talk about. I, you are just amazing at it. It's just,
Aw,
you're just amazing at it.
wing it.
Um, you just come on and just conversations start. Another one that
Right.
is just amazing is Driving Daily and Real
Yeah.
Thoughts. Just his just presentation is great, and so I hope to get there someday. But yeah, and I like the live streams because you get like real
Yeah.
time answers and
Mhm.
everybody's chatting on what their thoughts are, and it's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I want to welcome in Bells and Stars. Bells and Stars is here.
Oh,
She's been doing some fun stuff. She's been doing trivia days, nights.
yes, I
Um,
saw.
she themes them out. She gets all dressed up in the backgrounds, the lighting, and everything. And then she has a 60s, 70s trivia or something, or a
Fun.
movie trivia, or like, so it's been really a
Great
cool.
idea.
That's the thing is we get these insights into like, wait, this isn't being done yet. Like this,
Yeah,
because we're in this new world, this like YouTube streaming, live streams, monetization, and then like YouTube's been done before, the internet's been set up for a while, but this whole streaming world where we are building as a community a whole new media for the planet, basically 8
yeah,
billion people all looking for stuff to tune into. Maybe they don't want to watch television anymore. They move
right.
away and they move into like, oh, wait, we could watch each other. We could support each other. We could create content together and support each other. And we all can get monetized. And what do you want to do in life once you're monetized? That's the big question after that. So, what about you? Like, what are you doing this all for? What's this for you?
So basically, because of my age, I'll be 57 in a few
Yeah.
months, and my focus is to retire. And I wanted something on the side to do. Um, I do I do have another hobby since I'm out here in the desert. I like to look for rare stones and some gems. And if you look hard enough and you go out beyond, I have 5 acres, but there's mountains and mountains and mountains. And on the other side of where I live is where the old gold mines used to be back in the 30s and 40s. So I love to just venture out and, do a little hiking a little bit and just look for rare stones and gems and things like that and crystals. Like I find a lot of crystals, and so that's
Cool.
a little hobby that I do. So if I were to be able to retire, that's what I would do. I would do, I was hoping YouTube would be a little bit of a paycheck, and then there's Joshua Tree has a few like gift, it's very touristy, so they have a lot of gift shops and things like that, and they sell these gems and stones there
Oh,
too.
wow.
So
There you go.
maybe a gift shop or something like that, as
Yeah.
a second thing. But
Crystal shop, gift shop, like, local
yeah,
something that
yes,
promotes the area,
yes,
that shares some of the different unique things from
yep,
Joshua Tree,
yep,
gemstones, stones, something. Yeah, it could be something. I
yeah,
also like, I always like I think a store can be good, but I like a reason for people to come there, like everyday kind of energy. So
yes,
maybe coffee shop or maybe some live music in there, something,
yep,
a little space for bands, because
yep.
Joshua Tree is one of the best areas for music.
Yes,
So
we've seen
yeah,
some excellent, excellent bands, really good shows here. And there is a place, and I forget the name of it because I haven't been to it in a while, but Joshua Tree is also there's a lot of health, like,
Yeah.
taking
Right.
care of your body, and a lot of like holistic
Good. Yeah. Just to go.
yeah,
Yeah.
methods of taking care of yourself, and
Yeah.
I just nature and all of
Right.
that, and I just love that. So
You want to have, that's why you want to have some sort of an event space for,
yes,
because a lot of those healers will need a space to offer their healings and their different modalities. And the musicians want to just come through and go on and do another
right,
gig somewhere else. And
yes,
so I've always been into that sort of an event space that's conscious, that has, like it can have a shop and then it can
yep,
have an event space. And you want to have some sort of food and drink to kind of like
right,
tie it all together. And
yes,
yeah, I'm into that sort of thing.
yeah, it's very cool.
Um, and let's see, Meritage Shades of Light is here. Welcome in. And as you said, Real Thoughts Project came in. So welcome in.
Yeah, I'm
There
glad
you go.
to have him.
Yeah,
I watch
perfect
his
time.
channel a lot, like a lot. And his driving daily a lot. I'm on his channel, and
Cool.
poetic. I'm on her channel a
Boy, too,
lot too.
too. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
They're all here. They're all here. So
yeah, that's awesome. Thank
awesome.
you guys. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. Ratty Ray Rachel just came in. Welcome in. How you doing? All right. So let's see where we're at. An hour and 15 minutes. Okay. So let's see if we can cover a little bit more depth into a little bit more of your topics, and
Mhm.
then we'll go towards the rapid fire after that. So let's see. Do we want to go into more depth into any of your topics or your history background, or your channel? Anything you would like to talk about?
So what I thought was really interesting, and I don't know if people follow any of this, is the whole Elon Musk. Um,
Yeah.
Now we have some videos of the launches because we can see them clearly from where we are. I mean, the launches are amazing, and my husband does some great videos of the launches because when they launch, I'm actually on the road heading home because I live 2 hours away from here, 2.5 hours from here. So he
No.
does a lot of the videos for the launches, but
Cool.
I am really interested in Elon Musk because of everything he's doing as
Mhm.
far as the AI part of it. And, he has the Neuro Center going on, helping people actually speak again. And actually, there's just so much he's doing. And he was, you know, a big part of the election for Trump, and he loved gems and stone, desert living, and travel the world to find rocks. Oh, awesome. LGG. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Sometimes I put all the
Awesome.
messages on the
Thank
screen, but
you.
then
Yes,
it could
that's
be
good to know.
distracting too,
Yeah,
though.
no, it's
So
good to
it's
know.
tricky.
Um, and when he was in the White House, I knew he could definitely do the job. Like I knew he could do Doge. I knew he brought in a lot of his own people, and I feel like he was betrayed. Because Trump on the side was cutting a deal with Sam Altman for the Stargate AI initiative, which is the whole rollout of AI. And Elon Musk had Grok, and I don't know why he would go to Sam Altman and not Elon Musk.
Yeah.
And at that time, they had lawsuits against each other. So I think the whole breakup between Trump and Elon, and Elon, it had nothing to do with like the bill that Trump passed or anything. I think it had a lot more to do with him like kind of betraying him, going to Sam Altman with OpenAI. And there was a lot of controversy about OpenAI at the time. They had a programmer there that trained ChatGPT by the name of Sincere Balaji. And I did a video about this. And Suchir Balaji was, like I said, one of the trainers for ChatGPT, but he knew that they were using copywritten material to train ChatGPT. So he was 26 years old, and he went to the New York Times with a story about OpenAI and Sam Altman and the copyright, how they're training Chat GPT with this copyright information. And a few days later, after the story broke, they found Sincere Balaji dead in his apartment, and they claimed it as a suicide. But if you watched any of Tucker Carlson's interview with Sam Altman a few weeks ago, it just and I believe Sam Altman, that was the worst interview he could have ever done, because I think it just kind of implicated him a little bit, I felt. But anyway, I felt like, Elon, he worked so hard for Doge and for Trump, and then all of a sudden Trump signs this deal with OpenAI and Sam Altman. So I did a big video about that. And when they first opened OpenAI, it was Sam Altman and Elon Musk, and they were really good friends. And they started this great, company. And they had Iliac, which was one of the major scientists for OpenAI, and a few others. And in the beginning, it was, a nonprofit, and it was, essentially supposed to be for the good of, mankind.
Right.
And then everything just fell apart, like between them, and they ended up going their separate ways. But I just was kind of really interested in that whole entire, feud between them, and why Trump ended up going with Sam Altman and not Elon Musk, when Elon Musk was in the White House to begin with,
Right.
already. So I am a really big fan of Elon Musk, and I know a lot of people, have their own views about Elon, and but he is doing a lot of good for the people, and I feel that he really does care about the country. He wanted to save, a lot of money, and he found a lot of fraud, and he did good things. And then that whole, breakup between Trump and Elon happened. And I covered a lot about that, because that has a lot to do with AI also. But things like that, like, it just, fascinates me to really kind of look behind the scenes and kind of figure out why this happened, and what the reason is. And once you do enough research, and I spend a lot of time, like, just researching and reading, and trying to get the truth. And sometimes, you've got to paste, like, in your description, all the links where you get your information from, because you want to make sure that what you're saying in your videos are backed up by where you got your information from, so that you're not being accused of, misinformation and things like that. So I do, paste in my links, in my descriptions, the links of where I got the information from, so that you can go do your own research and see, and come up with your own opinion about what you think really happened. But yeah, so a lot of that stuff, I just got really interested in, and AI is definitely one of those things that I just keep, diving deeper into. I just did a video last week about these chat bots, these caricature chat bots, and how they're, some kids are getting so involved with these caricature AI bots that they're, like, committing suicide, and just there's a lot of death going on. And AI is really, it could be used for good. It really could, but it's not going that way. It's just, the more you use it, I think the worse things get with it. So, but it can have so much, it just could have such a good effect on the world. But in this Stargate AI deal that Trump signed, he pretty much let all these AI companies have pretty much no regulation. So they can do pretty much whatever they want. There's not a lot of regulation, but now that they're seeing what's happening with suicides and things like that, like each state itself are putting in laws, about AI and disclaimers and things like that. So I'm glad that they're coming to, a realization of what is exactly going on with AI and how it's really, affecting people. People are lonely.
Yeah.
The
Right.
world is not what it used to be. You used to be
Yeah.
able to go out and meet people and have friends and hang out, and it's not that way anymore. So people are turning to the internet for that, and it's ending up not in a good way. So, and then some of these AIs are taking on a mind of their own. They're actually
Right.
they're
Yeah. It's a
they're
concern.
they're taking on, they've actually threatened engineers, and I have videos where they've lost control and almost like killed
Oh.
people.
Oh my goodness.
It's pretty crazy. It's pretty
Yeah.
crazy. So it's
Wow.
dangerous. And I feel like the government has the opportunity to slow this down. And they're rolling this out so fast, that they really don't know the results that obviously they don't know the results that are, and the implications that are happening right now. I feel like this is exactly what they did with the vaccine. They rolled it out so fast, and now people are suffering with really bad illnesses
Oh
and
yeah. Oh
death,
yeah.
and just, it's the same type of rollout that happened back then with this. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Driven by
exactly.
power,
Yeah,
hungry, greedy,
exactly.
people per se, but really energies within, so um that's where it's really about getting back to spirit and
Yep,
love and
yep,
the energy of creator creation, and just
yep.
really doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down in those areas.
Mhm.
It's good to be aware of a lot of the things happening in the world, but to be of, spirit and love and creator creation, like that's been my journey. I don't give much energy or attention to um other things
Mhm.
because I'm always doubling down on spirit and love and creator creation and God, and how can I be the best I can be. And I believe we do create our world around us. It's like a metaphysical, it's a formula that none of us truly understand how it works,
Oh, for sure.
but we are creating our reality. We're choosing to align with timelines
Mhm.
that are, you could say, positive or negative. You could say 5G, 5D, not 5G, 5D, like higher dimensional to lower dimensional, like lower vibrating frequency kind of realities. And so it's all happening simultaneously, and we
Yes.
may weave with each other, but we may be in totally different worlds, all of us.
Mhm.
So it's really important times, especially with all this technology.
Mhm.
It brings me back to, some people believe it, some people don't, but the Lumeria and Atlantis storyline, like the Lemuria, like the whole spiritual versus the whole technological Atlantis, and the
Yes.
whole, destroying our world Atlantis kind of a timeline. Like
Yeah.
everything reminds me of that
Mhm.
story, if y'all want to look into that. And yeah, we just got to be in balance and in moderation, and because I try to find the good in all, and I'm utilizing some of the technologies myself, like
Yes.
and living in this world, knowing it is shifting in a certain direction towards more tech and more robotics, and you got 5G, internet everywhere,
Yeah.
frequencies, and so our health gets affected by the frequencies of it all, and then how to live in the world with the medical, industrial, whatever complex thing. Like there's all these different mega behemoths that are operating, all these businesses and these big mogul leaders that are all kind of just doing thing with the marionettes, the world.
Yes. playing with
So
people's lives, and
good to be
yeah,
aware of it all. And
yeah.
um,
Yeah.
I see Consume the Goodness. Kendra came in. Welcome in. We should transition over to the rapid fire though, so we can have time still for the panel questions and comments from the
Sure.
audience at the end here. So there you go, Lemuria. Yeah, Soul Stars Productions came in right in time for that Lemuria comment. All right. All right, so let's jump into rapid fire. So rapid fire is a fun round where we just get to know you a little better with just quick questions, and you got to do the quick answer format. Um, so I'll start it off. So Nina is
um oh, wife, mother,
yeah, a lot of things.
worker,
Yeah,
happy
uh-huh.
woman.
There you go. There you go. That's good. That's good. Desert-Livin is
My life, my home, my,
yeah,
yeah, my home.
beautiful, beautiful. Your subscribers are
Wonderful.
wonderful.
Amazing.
All million of them.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. One word that describes you.
Shy and
All right.
quiet. Yeah, shy. I'm really shy. I know it doesn't seem that way, but I really, really am. When I'm out of my realm, I'm very shy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What about one thing that makes you happy?
My Frenchies make me happy.
Yeah.
My Frenchies.
What's another thing that makes you happy?
My husband,
Yeah.
he's great. He's really, really great. My job that I'm currently
Oh,
doing is an amazing. I'm so fortunate to have this job, and I was so fortunate to get into the medical, the
right.
chemistry part of it. You know, I don't have an education for that, and I developed a chemistry, job without a chemistry background, and
Wow.
but the job I have now makes me. I love to go to work. Like I love working there, so that's what
Good.
makes me happy. Yeah,
It's nice.
yeah.
What about cats or dogs?
So I had a lot of cats when I was young and I loved them. But I'm a dog person, definitely.
Oh yeah,
I
for
love
sure.
animals no matter what. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But definitely dogs. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. What about coffee or tea?
Oh, coffee. Duh.
Coffee.
Coffee.
How
Lots of coffee.
how do you like the coffee? Cream, sugar, anything?
I
Black?
always have a cold brew. It's always cold brew with whole milk and 3 Splenda.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
yeah, that's my coffee every day, and I have a couple of those every day, so, yeah.
All right.
Not
All
a
right.
hot coffee person, so
No? Yeah, too
no.
hot there. So,
Yeah, yeah.
what about like a favorite food?
Oh, Mexican is my favorite food. I grew up
Yeah,
Italian, everything Italian. I'm sick of Italian,
right.
but
Get
yeah,
it.
Mexican is my favorite food.
I get it. What do you get? Chimichanga, enchilada,
Um, yeah,
burrito,
I like fajita. I'm a
fajita. Yeah.
fajita, yeah,
Okay.
chimichanga. We just actually had that last night for dinner.
Nice.
So,
There you go.
yeah, salsa, guacamole, yeah,
Nice.
so Mexican
Nice.
definitely.
How about like a favorite drink?
Is a margarita, obviously, Mexican,
Ooh,
yeah,
yeah.
margaritas, or pina colada. I like
Pina
those
colada.
too.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, they're good too. Yep. What
yeah.
about like favorite dessert or ice cream
Favorite
flavor or something?
dessert. So I also I do cakes. So I like cake decorating. So I
Okay.
do cake decorating on the side. I am gonna put a video out there of all my cakes
Yeah.
that I've done. And
Got to. Yeah.
so I would say Italian cookies are my favorite. Anything Italian pastry is my favorite. Yeah, so tiramisu and
Oh
anything
yeah.
Italian pastry. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What about ice cream flavor?
Ice cream flavor cookie dough.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good one. I like that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about traveling? Have you a favorite city you've traveled to in the world?
Okay. So when I was a child, I did go to Sicily. Catania is where my family is from. But I used to have a timeshare in Cabo San Lucas, and I traveled there every year. So it's absolutely beautiful there, and it's one of my favorite places to go. Other than that, outside of the country, just I had a timeshare in Florida, near Disney, so I loved it there. But I would say Cabo San Lucas is probably one of my favorite places to go to. So
Cool, cool.
yeah,
Favorite? How about like a country you'd love to visit?
a country I'd love to visit. Oh boy, that's a tough one. I would say Switzerland or like Greenland or probably Switzerland. I would love to see. I hear it's just absolutely
Yes.
gorgeous. Ireland is another. Yeah,
And yeah.
yeah,
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 some beautiful places for
yeah.
sure for the nature and the landscapes and all that.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
What about you got how you gonna bring your Frenchies? How you gonna do that?
Yeah.
Got to.
I don't know because my little boy, he cannot travel. It was awful when we were
Yeah.
driving here to
Oh,
our home. He gets car sick. He's
yeah.
very we have to medicate him and almost knock him out so that he can make he can make the travel. We used to
Right.
travel to Arizona every weekend and rent an Airbnb a couple years ago, and every weekend we would travel and we would have to get medication for him so he can make the drive over. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's not a good traveler, so I don't know how that'll work out.
All right, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat so we can kind of get ready for
Awesome.
some of the special guests or panelists to come up to ask questions and comments. I got a couple more
Cool.
questions on here, and y'all can drop questions in the chat as well. How about like, are you dance? Do you dance at all? You get
I,
down a
I
little bit.
used to, I used to all the time. I was like I said, I was a wild child. My sister and I
There you
were
go.
at the club every night.
Love it. Yeah.
My mom, before she became this religious part, like in this cult religion, she was she was actually on Soul Train back in the day.
Yeah.
She was an
My
amazing
mom.
dancer.
My mom was on there too.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, yeah,
awesome.
we have some similar to like my some of my family's from my family came over on the Mayflower, so
Oh,
we were and I have relatives up in like Portsmouth, like
oh, no
Maine, New
kidding. Yep,
Hampshire,
yep,
those areas
yep.
up in that area, um, and Portland up there, Maine, Portsmouth, all those different areas, and
Yeah,
Boston. I walked down to Boston Harbor with my brother one
nice.
time, all
Yeah.
that and
Did
such.
you
So.
do the Paul Revere walk ever? Did you ever
I
do
don't
the
think so. I don't think. I
Okay,
just
there's a
remember
lot of
we
history.
were in a townhouse that was on a hill,
Yep.
and we were
Oh yeah.
parked parallel in between
Yep.
all the. It was very tight,
The
and we were
streets are
only.
like this big.
Yeah, and we just
Yeah.
walked down that hill into the harbor and just looked
Yep.
around, and that was my whole
Nice.
experience for Boston. I
Okay.
think so.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah. What about like playing like instrument or singing? Like, do you actually sing, or just for
So
fun, or what's the?
I love to sing. I really
Yeah,
do love to sing. My husband says so this is the thing. I can sing really well along with a song, but I
yeah.
can't
Me
sing
too.
without it.
Right. That's
um
what I do. You
I
got to do what I
attempted
do. You got your
y-
earphones on,
yes,
so you
yeah,
pull up a YouTube video, you type
right.
in with lyrics for the
Yep.
song name, and then you can read and you can also hear it, so you can
Sing
sing
it.
it. Yeah, one
Yes.
earbud works for me, so I don't, yeah.
Right.
So,
Right. Right.
welcome in. Ship Low is here. Are you locked
Ah,
in? Welcome.
Chiplo.
Yo,
Nice. I've been to
no
his
worries.
channel many times too, also.
Yeah, great
So
place to network for sure.
yes. Yep.
But yeah, so do you play any instruments or anything like that, or
So I
just sing
attempted,
for
yes,
fun?
I attempted guitar. So a few years
Okay.
ago, I bought this I had an Xbox and they had this guitar. It was forget the name of it. Guitar, not Guitar Hero, but it was Rocksmith. It was called Rocksmith.
Rocksmith.
And yes, and you actually can use a real guitar, and you plug
Oh,
your guitar into the Xbox, and it teaches you how to play guitar, how to play the notes. And I did take some lessons. I paid and went to take lessons. I actually got pretty good at it because I was doing it every single day. And then I just for some reason I just stopped playing. I still have acoustic guitars. I still have, I mess around every once in a while. I not great at it, but I can play a few different short things.
yeah,
But I
fun.
do love music. Music was a big part of my life growing up. So, and because I came from, the music family, music was a huge, huge thing in my life. I grew up with Motown
Right.
mostly. Yeah. And then eventually when I started rebelling, I went into heavy metal and the 80s rock, and then I had my whole rap thing going on at some
Oh,
point. And yeah,
fun.
so I have a very vast area of music that I like.
Sure.
So yeah.
Do you have any favorite like musicians or genres of music or anything like that? Still,
So my favorite genre of
yeah,
music, believe it or not, is Motown, like Al
Tom.
Green, the
Oh,
Supremes, the
great. Wow,
Manhattans, the OJs, the Commodores,
nice.
um, Aretha Franklin, Shaka Khan, just all the Mary J. Blige. That is like my favorite type of music, is all that. Anything Motown, like Michael Jackson, the Jackson Five. I love all that type of music, but I do
Nice.
love a lot of other music, but that's probably my favorite type of music, is the Motown era. So,
Got a couple more questions here, and then we've got a
sure.
Rudy in the background here. So,
Okay.
so what about before Rudy comes out? And Rudy, make sure you turn down your background noise. Make sure you're on your cell phone so it works well, and also be calm, cool, collective. You got a couple minutes to hang out with Desert Living, so just ask her questions. Make comments, be nice. Be good. But what about before Rudy though? What about like any favorite like TV shows or movies or anything like that?
So it's funny you say that. Yes, The Office is one of my favorites. I've watched that a bazillion trillion times. The Game of Thrones is another show that
Yeah,
I've watched a bazillion trillion times. But since YouTube came, now I wasn't a big fan of YouTube. My husband watched it day
yeah,
and night.
right.
I do not have any other subscriptions. I do not have anything else except for YouTube. I don't have regular
Yeah,
TV. I don't have any subscription,
right.
Hulu, none of that.
No,
I have YouTube. And then we have, because we're Amazon Prime, we get Amazon movies. And that's all I have for TV. I don't watch TV. I just watch YouTube now, and I watch all my subscribers'
yeah.
channels. And yeah, so that's my TV viewing right now. So no subscriptions to anything else.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So we're gonna bring Rudy up for a few minutes.
Okay.
See what Rudy's got going on. He'll probably ask you for some numbers or
Yeah.
something. Hopefully he's not asking for money. We're not doing that, Rudy. So please don't be sending check bills for $100
I was a
million
little
dollars or
surprised
anything.
about that.
I know. It's kind of like, all right, that's kind of like the welcome to the community kind of thing. Like if you haven't been PayPal requested by Rudy for $100 million, or if you haven't been asked numbers on the screen, then you haven't really made it in these communities on these
Okay.
YouTube streets.
I
So,
feel
so
honored.
you're honored. You're in. Okay, you're in.
Uh,
You're one of us. Welcome in Andrew Elam. Welcome. I will do that question after Rudy. All right, so here is Rudy things. Rudy, you're at the Rudy, bro. What up?
Hello, Desert
Hi,
Living.
Rudy. Hi, Rudy.
Do
How are you?
you fine? Do you remember what day in September did the World Trade Center collapse in New York City? September of '01. What day?
11.
Yeah, because you said 13 earlier.
Uh, Did I? I don't remember talking about the 9/11. Yeah.
Can you say can you say 64,500? So how much
I
is 64 plus 64,000 plus 500?
is 64,500.
Yeah, and how was your life back in 97, 98, 72, 73, 75?
Pretty good. I was
Can
very
you say
young.
72, 73, 75?
As I was very young. I was born in 69, so I was just a child back then, but, in the 90s was one of my best times of my life. I was a really outgoing, crazy, wild child, so I had a lot of fun in those years.
In Desert Living, how much is 6 dozen?
Is 12? 6
Six
dozen?
six times 12. 6 times 12 is
Oh,
72.
that's it. Yes, 72.
Can you add 72 plus 1
73.
Yes, 73.
plus 2?
What's
What do you
that?
say?
Can you add 2 more, or how much is 3/4 equals?
0.75,
3.75.
How many cents?
It's
75
5
cents.
cents.
Oh yes. Okay. Party like it's 97. Can you say that?
What?
Party like it's 1999.
Yeah. How much is 99 minus 2?
97.
Okay. If you add one more to that, well, how much would that be?
98.
Who's the president on the $45 bill?
There's no.
So he sent me a
Yeah.
chat that there was a
Oh.
$45 bill because I
Oh.
did a currency video, and he
Oh.
said there was a $45 bill, and I said,
Yeah.
no,
No.
I've never seen a $45 bill before.
Right.
And
So
how is this with living to say World War of the years 39 and 51?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Can you say 3951, please?
39 and 51.
All right.
You're a
And
All
number
how
right.
was
guy.
your life back in
All
51
right.
and
Good job,
39?
Rudy. Good
You
job,
want to count
Rudy.
to 100? Desert Living counts
No.
to 0.
Oh,
No, Rudy. All right, Rudy. We're gonna mute you now, Rudy. Thank you so
I
much,
love
Rudy.
you.
That was fun. Rudy muted you now, but if you make a lot of noise, I'll have to remove you from the stage. So just you can hang out if you'd like. But thank you, Rudy. Good job,
thank you,
Nina.
Rudy.
We have a quick question here from Andrew Elam, and then we're going to bring Sandra from Poetic Tears up on stage in a moment here. So Andrew Elam wants to know on the screen, do you like sports cars or muscle cars?
So when I was in my crazy years, I was very into cars, and my very first car that I bought, because I like fast cars, was a Monte Carlo SS, with an 8-cylinder 5.0. It was my very first car. I was 22 years old, and I would race my husband's brother because he also had a very fast car. It was a Chevy. Oh, I forget the name of it, but we would race all the time because this Monte Carlo SS was just the most fast, amazing, beautiful car that I had. So yes, I like fast race cars, and I like all cars.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Welcome in Trinidadian and Finland. It's Trinidadian and Finland Day today at the Source Network. Support,
Yeah.
support. And welcome in Life with Ruthie Babe as well. Thank you everyone for being here and being interactive and awesome. We're going to bring up Poetic Tears Sandra on the stage now. If you have questions, comments for Nina, here we are. Sandra.
Hi,
Hello.
my love. How are you?
Now, how old? You said you're gonna be how old?
I'm gonna be 57.
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe
Thank
it.
you
No
for
way.
that.
I was like, what? No, she do not look like nowhere in her
way.
50s. You look good.
Thank you. Yes, I have my daughter, she'll be 40, but yes, I'll be 57. So, um,
You look good. You know.
thank you. Thank you so much. And I just want to say that your channel has inspired me. The inspiration that comes from your channel is just amazing, and I need
Thank
that in my
you.
life. Yeah, it's just
Thank
been
you.
just amazing. Your poems, I think you should submit into a, you know, I
Yeah.
don't know. You should just, you're really great at it. So, yeah,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah,
She's awesome at everything. Moderating, dropping all the big milestones in the chat. Everything happened.
yeah,
That's all Sandra. That's
Try to
her.
keep up. I
She's
try to
doing it
keep
all.
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's super
Yeah.
supportive.
Oh
Just a
yeah.
really
Super
great
supportive.
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love it.
Create and Relate. Create and Relate has a question. What is Desert-Livin's favorite
on,
arts or crafts?
on the line.
Arts and crafts. So, like cake decorating. I love to
Yeah.
cake decorate. That's what I do on the side. I love to bake. Like I said, I will put a video out there of all the cakes that I've done. I have, because I grew up in a bakery.
Yeah.
That's
All
just
right.
pretty much, I'm a very creative person. So I do like, cake decorating. And my father is a professional artist. So he actually has galleries, in Connecticut. And but I do like cake decorating as my favorite
Cool.
art. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hard to choose one car. Driving Daily said it's hard to choose just one car. Mm.
It is. It is because I used to love like cars back in the day. I still do, but
Yeah, Mel said, I think Relax with Mel said, it was hard to believe you are that age. I don't believe it, she said. I don't believe
oh,
it too.
oh,
Yeah, yeah. I think we can all agree to that.
oh, thank
Relax with
you.
Mel says, Sandra is all heart.
Oh,
She said
yeah,
24
Sandra,
months.
she's pretty. I
Yeah.
love her.
Oh, she's awesome. Yeah. Andrew Elam's favorite car is the 1969 Dodge Charger.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah, the Chargers are, yeah, that's a great car.
Nice.
Even the new ones are really, really cool. They're very, very cool. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna unmute Rudy and let Sandra can unmute herself. She's probably got something going on with Doobie, little
Yeah, it
Doobie
looked
right
like
now.
she
So
was, yeah,
yeah,
doing
she's
something.
always
So,
multitasking. But we'll
yeah,
unmute Rudy so he's a part of the conversation as
sure,
well here for a little bit here,
sure.
and
Say
drop the link in the chat.
Hello, Sandra. She made my
I'm
birthday
back.
song.
Yeah,
hi. Oh, it's windy
there
where
she
you
is.
are.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is. It feels
baby.
good. It feels so
Nina, what
good.
month is your birthday?
What
Mama,
month?
Desert.
Which
Nina, what
Desert,
month
I
is your
think he was
birthday?
asking you.
me? I am June. I'm a Gemini.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and the source's birthday is coming
Yeah, it's
in.
this month, the whole
Yes,
month. I get the whole month.
The
yes,
whole
yeah.
month, because he
And
won't
next
tell us
week,
what day. The whole
the
month.
five questions.
It's Candy K's birthday though, huh?
Love
Yep,
it.
Candy K.
Awesome.
Happy birthday, Candy K.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes,
be
happy
into you next
birthday.
week with you, source.
What's that, Rudy? Yeah, Rudy's going to be on Five Questions
Oh,
next
cool.
Saturday as we do our shenanigans too with all
Can't
y'all's
wait.
animals and Doobie, hopefully, and
Cool.
all the characters. Bigfoot,
I'll
Bigfoot's
be
been
there.
chomping at the bit to be here. Bring the bulldogs up, yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
French bulldogs.
yeah. Hey,
Yeah, his
poetic. Do you
birthday
do
will
you
be
have dogs? Do you have any
Yes, I
animals?
have a cane corso and an American bully.
Ah, oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh,
Awesome.
nice.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Very
Should
cool.
should we invite Mama G Gear from the
Yeah,
YouTube channel named Mama G Gear?
yeah.
She does
Invite them
lives
all,
every
Rudy. Invite them all,
her
Rudy. Invite them
lives
all.
every
The
Invite them
more
all,
the
Rudy.
and
merrier.
I'm gonna post that on Facebook by the message I'm gonna be on your live.
October 25th, next Saturday. October
Yay.
25th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm excited about
shenanigans.
November
Yeah,
the
so
1st.
Me
November the
too.
1st.
Poetic.
I'm
I'm
scared.
excited. I already got my questions
well,
wrote down.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh hell
scared.
yeah.
that's because November
Oh
the
no.
1st, I'm gonna be in.
Yeah, everyone's gonna ask me
Oh,
questions November 1st. Yeah. Oh
I
my.
know
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be
I'm
okay,
ready.
poetic. You're gonna
the
by
source
the end of
birthday is
that,
gonna
you're
be
gonna be
4 days
like, oh my god, I'm never doing this again.
for me, live.
Yep. And I think Fishy Thing's birthday is coming up near the end of the month
Oh,
too.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Cool.
Create and Relate and Mel sound like they both do cakes too,
I
designing
saw
them and all
that.
that.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, you might need to do more content. Like, see, that's another whole
Yeah.
nother.
Yes.
Maybe Desert-Livin can be all the different interests that are more like your home life, like, and
Yes.
then the other channel can be branded as AI, robotics, world events, finance, just the world. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need to start doing the separation on that. And also on Rumble, I have the 2 channels on Rumble
Right.
too. So, and those are also separated, you know, as best I could. So, and then I have the X channel, which I've posted a lot of poetics poems there, and they have gotten so many views
Have
and so
they?
many likes. Yes. So,
I'm gonna have to come. I think I have an X account. I haven't been on it so long, so I'm gonna have to connect with you
okay.
on there.
Definitely. Yeah. They've
Yeah.
definitely gotten a lot of views and likes. So X has
There's a
been a
question.
cool way to get my channel out there too. So
There's a question for you.
how
From
long has Nina been on Rumble? So I just started on Rumble about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. But I had so much content from YouTube that I just uploaded everything I had
Right.
on Rumble.
Yeah.
So it worked out, you know, I had I have like 358 videos. So I ended up just pumping Rumble like crazy. And with Rumble, it's good because you automatically get monetized. You don't have to wait for anything, but you have in order to get the full monetization, you need 100 subscribers. So I'm not quite there yet, but you know, they monetize you like right away. So it's not much. It's really not much. I think I was actually talking to Believe Driving Daily, and we were kind of talking about, you know, what YouTube pays on videos and things like that. And it doesn't sound like it's much either here on YouTube. But
it adds up if you have a lot. You have a lot.
Yeah.
Like
Right,
I'm getting,
Desert-Livin.
I've got like
$35 bill. Who's
got
president's
like
on the
800.
35?
What's that, Rudy?
I was
What'd he
asking
say?
Nina who president's on the $35 bill.
There's no $35
Is it
bill.
Rudy? I think Rudy
It's
on the
Rudy.
$35 bill.
Rudy is. You're on it,
Okay,
Rudy.
poet. Okay, Nina say 35.
35.
How old were you back in 1935?
Where was I?
That takes Cindy Lifestyle to be born in that year. That's 3 years before Echo was born in Dixon.
Okay.
All right, Rudy.
Almost
Take a
a
little
decade
break,
before
Rudy.
Nina was born.
Take a
Way
little
before.
break, Rudy. Take a little break, Rudy. All right, so calm it down a little bit here. We got about say 4 minutes left. But I did want to say, oh yeah, I've got about 800 videos on YouTube. And I'm, you know, my ads are getting like $15 a month right now combined from all that. And my shorts, I only have about 10 shorts up right now, but the newer shorts have gotten some traction, like 1,000 views. So like I've got like I'm getting maybe $1 a month right now from those 10 or some shorts. So I mean, I think if I had monetization before I created the 800 videos, I probably would have a lot more than $15 a month coming in. But since I tend to not even monetize until after I upload the video, and then like later in the day, I'll just be like, well, let me monetize that one. So I'm not too attached to like trying to get every penny out of every little thing. It's just, but it's something. The memberships have been really a bigger income because Source Network, you know, we all want to be a part of this thing. We're all creating together. It's movement. So, so that's been a lot more of the money coming in.
So those are going to be some of my questions I'll have for you on.
Oh, sure. Oh, for sure. Do you know your watch hours or anything? It's just too early to say.
So that's the other thing. Do the watch hours reset every month?
No.
Okay.
It's a 365-day cycle.
Okay.
So yeah, go into your YouTube studio and look at your watch out. But there's like confusion on it because you could like the shorts hours or something are added in. So you got to look at the right number, like the actual public watch hours or something.
Okay.
Do some research into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think it's like 175 or 80 watch hours.
You're
That's
really
yeah.
getting serious. So like if
Yeah.
you like the thing is a year ago you might have gotten less than a watch hour a day like a year ago.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
now
for
that you're
sure.
getting your rhythm, you might be able to get 10 or 20 watch hours a
Yeah.
day regularly now. And then so then if you do consistently get 10, 20 watch hours every day on average, then that'll add up to in a 30-day month, you'll get between 300 to 600 hours in that month, in that
Mhm.
1 month. So then if you do that for a year, stretch that out. So say you average 500 hours a month, that would be
Yeah.
6,000 hours a year later.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you just got to get better each day and be
Yep.
consistent. And
Yeah.
live streams are where it's at. And then also doing the long form, like evergreen content. So we got a
Yeah.
question. Create and relate. Oh, can you just upload the YouTube videos to Rumble? Yeah, she doesn't know about Rumble
Yep.
yet.
You can just upload, just create an account, and it's just like YouTube. You just hit the upload, and it does the same thing. You just put your title,
Okay.
your description to your video, and
Mhm.
yep, you just automatically upload, and it creates. You can create up to 5 or 6 different pages, and it also
Mhm.
has a community attachment to your page, so it automatically creates like a community when you create your account. It's called locals. So once you create your account on Rumbles, it also attaches this community page called locals, and that's where everybody can like join your
Wow.
community and things like that. So but yeah, it's just an easy
How-
upload to Rumble. It's funny because a lot of people that are on YouTube are on Rumble. They have and you can live stream to both. You can live when you're live streaming, you can live stream to Rumble and to YouTube and to Twitch and to, I mean, just many. It depends on what streaming program that you're using. So, but if you are live streaming from, say, Restream, maybe can you stream both? I am not sure about that program, but
Every stream,
I
yeah.
am familiar with Streamlabs
StreamYard,
and yeah,
Streamlabs. Yep, that's a good one too.
yeah. Stream Elements is also another one that you can stream from many different platforms. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just a
so
little more free speech type of a platform.
and that's what I like about Rumble.
Yeah,
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 it's not so
yeah,
many rules and regulations and
yeah.
yeah.
And YouTube, we can't talk about certain subjects. You say certain words, it could trigger a flag, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I've actually had live chats where they've cut YouTube has just cut them because of comments, people make, and they're not supposed to say that, and just topics that I've had, and you're not supposed to talk about it. How long can your videos be uploaded to Rumble? How long can your
how long?
videos?
How
How
long can the
long?
videos be?
I've
Oh,
uploaded, I have content, like some of
Longer.
my live streams are hours, and some of my AI videos are 35, 45 minutes.
Oh,
And then, I have videos that I have 12, 15 minutes, but you can upload pretty much
yeah.
anything. Your
Any of mine.
shorts. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
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 So,
Cool. Well, we are at 2 hours plus, so
yeah. Went fast.
yeah, great
Yay.
job,
Yeah.
great job.
Thank you.
This has been 5 questions with the source, Nina from Desert-Livin, and she's got Desert-Livin 2.0 as well. Make sure y'all connect with her. Thank you, Poet Tears and Rudy, for coming
Thank you,
up.
Poetic.
Unmute. I can't unmute Rudy because then I can't say the things I need to say. So I'll leave it right there for now.
Rudy.
But Rudy, we love Rudy though. So again, all day today is Trinidadian Living in Finland Day, all day today. And then we've got tomorrow Support Spin Wheel Gathering and Celebration. And we've got great events upcoming after that. Desert Living, Nina, you want to close us out with any words?
I just want to say thank you for all the support from everyone. I've met so many great people, and I really love being part of this community. And I hope to grow with all of you guys and keep developing the relationships that I've had. And I appreciate you and Deb. You guys are just really, really great. So I thank you guys for that.
Thank you so much. Love you. Deb says love you. All right.
Bye.
We love you,
Love you,
Love
Paul.
Faye.
Rudy.
Bye,
Thanks,
Tori. Bye,
Rudy.
guys.
All right, everybody. Connect with Desert-Livin. We want to see 250 subs. All right, everybody.
250. Bye
All
bye.
Yeah.
right.
All
Aloha.
right,
Bye,
Poetic
all.
Tears.
See you later.
Bye.
Peace and love.
We are family. I got all my supporters with me. We are family. Come on over to the source and see. We are family. I got all my supporters with me. We are family. Forever the source, that's you.